Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are making some latex prosthetics. This is one that I picked up from Party City, so we have some reference. First, you will need some cotton, just some cotton balls, and some liquid latex. I got mine from Walmart. And you'll want something to sculpt your cotton and latex with. First, you're going to take your cotton and cut it down to size of the scar you want. Next, I suggest putting down some latex first, and then you'll put your cotton on top of the latex. You'll want to make sure that it holds pretty well, so you're going to be saturating that cotton. So put down your cotton and pat it down into the latex you've already set down. Next, I suggest you take some of that latex and pour it straight onto the cotton, so we are making sure the cotton gets nice and saturated with all that latex. Next, you're going to work that latex into the cotton, and kind of at this step, I start flattening out that cotton for the base of our scar. And at this stage, you can start thinning out the edges as well. The thinner the edges for this prosthetic, the more believable it will be. Now you are going to take smaller pieces of cotton to build up the edges of the cut. You do this by adding on more latex in cotton to build up the edges of the cut. You can make it as big or as small as you want. As your edges get to where you want them, I suggest using your fingers to do some rough sculpting of the edges so you get a general idea. Next, you'll use your little sculpting tool to help sculpt that edge a little bit more. You can make the middle a little bit more thinner, do whatever you want. I also started making the edges a little bit smoother and started using the little spatula to make the edges of the prosthetic thinner as I went. Now I'm just getting a general shape of the cut that I want and just pretty much keep on going until you're happy with how it looks. Once I got the general shape I wanted for the cut, I went in with more cotton and latex onto the other side of the cut and built that side up. And once you're done finishing adding more cotton and latex, you can go back in with your little sculpting tool and do some finishing touches on that. And don't worry if it's taking you a long time to do this, because cotton and latex take a long time to dry. So it has a long time that you can mess around with it and change it up as you want. And once you are all done with your sculpting, you're happy with it, I let mine sit overnight to dry. But once the prosthetic itself is mostly dry, I pulled it up off of my saran wrap that I put down, and then you're just ready to paint and ready to go. Okay, so I've trimmed my prosthetic and we are all ready to paint. You can apply before you paint, but I'm just pre-painting mine. This is one that I already pre-painted and it's all ready to go. So what you'll need is an application sponge. You can use whatever you have or want. A Q-tip. I'm using this lip palette, but I'm just using a red out of the palette, so you can use whatever. a red eyeshadow, some finishing powder to keep it non-shiny, a contour color, and your shade of foundation. First, you're going to take that finishing powder and powder that prosthetic so it's not so shiny. With the latex, it may not get super shiny, but this is just to make sure it looks a little bit more realistic. Next, you're going to use your foundation, and I put my foundation on the outside of the cut and right up to the lip, and then you will blend that out with your application sponge. Next, you're going to take that red out of the lip palette and put that on the inside of the cut. Now, I suggest using a satin finish, not a matte finish or a liquid lipstick, but it kind of needs to be cream because that'll be the easiest to blend out and it'll look the most realistic. Make sure you get that red into the nooks and crannies of the cut, and I brought mine up on the sides of the cut as well. Next, you're going to take that contour color to contour the edges of the cut so it looks a little bit more believable. Next, you're going to take a red eyeshadow and contour the very edges of that cut because that skin is going to be irritated and it will probably be a little bit red if you had a normal cut. Next, you get to use your Q-tip and add some fake blood. I'm just using some red food coloring, and you just put it a little bit in the middle of the cut and swoosh it around and you are all good to go. And once you are all done with that, you are good to go. Just apply and you are awesome. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!